Hi, Virgo. So, man, 2018 is almost over. I can't believe it. Like, it's gone by so fast. I'm still a little bit stuffy. My voice is a little froggy. Just please forgive me. I do feel so much better. Thank you for all of the suggestions. I actually had a lot of people email me and tell me how to get well. And I'm like, I'm a 39-year-old woman. I've been taking care of myself for a long time, but I appreciate it. I do appreciate it, but it's like, I know what I'm doing. And just because it's hanging on, it just means that I'm still purging out. I'm detoxing. Plus, I got my Reiki Master certification. And when I was master attuned, when I was attuned to the master, Reiki Master energy, that really started detoxing my body quite a bit. So just bear with me. I am feeling a lot better. We are in the midst of Mercury retrograde. Jupiter has moved into our 4th house. Mercury retrograde has moved into our 4th house. There is a lot of emphasis on our home and family right now. And I feel like there's a lot of nostalgia. You know, Mercury retrograde, especially in the 4th house, can make you start really reminiscing about your past and reminiscing about your childhood. And it makes you think, like, what is really family? What is home? What is home for me? What is it exactly that I need? Now, Mercury goes direct at the beginning of December, but Jupiter's still going to be in the 4th house for another 12 months, right? 13 months. And it will bring you a lot of abundance when it comes to what family means and what home life means. And I don't want you to get lost in the logical side of all of that. I want you to feel, you know. And it's not that Virgos are cold. I know a lot of people think that a Virgo can be very, very cold. We actually have a lot of very deep feelings. But when we show our feelings and other people kind of pull us down for showing our feelings or criticize us for showing our feelings, you know, we're hard enough on ourselves as it is. So when other people do that to us, it makes us go into, you know, go inward. And I don't want you to allow that to happen right now. I want you guys to recognize how much you've grown in the last 2 years, 3 years. The Empress is the first card. Ruled by Venus. Venus is direct. Yay, Venus is direct. Woohoo. And it's direct in Libra. Being the Empress can do anything. She can be the mom. She can be the PTA president. She can be this, you know, the business owner. She can do it all. But this is exactly what I'm saying, Virgo. I feel like you're still having a tendency to not think that you're the Empress. You know, 5 of Pentacles on the Empress. Because Virgos always want the next best thing. Virgos always want to be you know, always forward thinking, always saying, no, I can be better, I can be better, I can be better. But you already are. We talked in November about nothing can stop you. So I saw Bohemian Rhapsody with my 2 older boys, and Freddie Mercury, the lead singer of Queen, is a Virgo. And I didn't know that, actually, until after I saw the movie. But it was so apparent to me that his Virgo, the way he was such a Virgo. Because Virgos can be in a room of 100 people and feel completely alone. Not have a friend in the world. But everybody's there for them, right? It's the Virgo's party. The Virgo invited everybody over, probably had their Libra friend help out with the hosting, and everybody loves the Virgo, but they feel completely alone. Because when a Virgo is in a room with 4 people who are extremely close to them and it feels like family, They have everything in the world, and they feel loved, and they feel at home, and they feel abundant. And in that way, Virgos can self-sabotage themselves into thinking that they don't have everything. Just because you may be a popular Virgo, or you're in the spotlight in some way, doesn't mean you feel like an empress, right? So there's still something in your life that's kind of hanging on, and I feel like Mercury retrograde is really going to push that aspect of your life. Like, it's like that final purge, that final 2018 purge. We don't need to be in the Five of Pentacles status anymore. We don't need to have this lack mentality, because you have done the work to become the Empress. Sorry, there's like, when this hair tickles my arm, it drives me crazy. See? Three of Swords. You're allowing yourself, because with the Three of Swords, the actual heartbreak, the physical heartbreak, that heals quicker than the memories. And swords are thoughts and communication, right? So I feel like you're looking back into 2018, even though you've done all of this work, even though you've gotten to Empress status. I feel like you're looking back into 2018 and thinking, but I'm not where I want to be. I'm not where I thought I was going to be earlier this year. I didn't finish all of my goals. The energy for Virgo in December is actually kind of, it feels like you can come home. It feels like you are welcome. See? Warmth. Sunshine. And coming out of Scorpio season really made us think. And that could be where you're going back to, like all of the hurt and the pain from the past, from Scorpio season or beyond, right? The sun is saying you have so much prosperity. You have so much coming for you that if you stay in this Three of Swords state, you're going to miss it. Because the energy for Virgos in December is huge. There's a lot of love to be given. There's a lot of, maybe not nostalgia so much, but balance with Temperance. Sagittarius, you could be dealing with a Sagittarius, a Leo, a Taurus, a Libra. But more than anything, it's no longer about Virgo having to look really, really deep inside and pull all of that gunk up and fixing themselves. This is past energy. The Five of Pentacles and the Three of Swords, you've already been through it. Let it go. Let it go and let the balancing come in. Sagittarius season is going to be so much more fruitful. It's a mutable sign. You're a mutable sign. You're going to feel the energy start to quicken. It won't be so murky anymore. Yes, Mars in Pisces, Neptune in Pisces. There could be a little bit of a illusion going on with some things, but when you look at the reality of it and you stop reminiscing on the past and all the things that haven't come to fruition, you can see all of the things that you have right in front of you with the Four of Wands. Like I said, this is all about the next 13 months, and I'll get into this a little bit more in the 2019 reading for Virgo, but the next 13 months, it's all about home and family and happiness and marriage and being in love and allowing yourself this energy. Not nitpicking at every little thing that you haven't accomplished. Not looking at your life and thinking, well, I'm not where I wanted to be. I'm such and such years old, and I should have been here by now. By whose standards? If it's by your standards, you can change that real quick because you're the Empress. Right? So let's see what the Empress is. I don't feel like you see yourself in the way other people see you. I feel like the outside world is looking at Virgo and saying, wow, man, look, she's really made it. She has made her life something great. And yet you feel a bit diminished as the Page of Pentacles. You feel like you haven't made it yet. You feel like you're still lacking. You still have a sense of lack. There's a lack mentality here. And maybe that's because you don't have the family yet. Maybe that's because you don't have 100 friends surrounding you. What did I say? A Virgo can be in a room of 100 people and feel completely alone. It doesn't matter the amount of people around you. It matters the quality of people. And that's what Virgos stand for, quality. Not, and yes, quantity when it comes to work, but when it comes to relationships, it's all about quality. It really is. But I think that you are feeling the sense of lack because you're not seeing everything clearly. Mars in Pisces is going to make you feel, again, a little bit woozy, like a little bit illusioned. It's going to make you think that you don't have everything that you need, when in reality you really do, because when the sun comes up, we have the sun down here, when the sun comes up, you'll be able to see all the beautiful stuff that's in front of you, right? Three of Swords. I keep saying right. I noticed that. I actually watched the November reading, and I noticed that I say right to you guys a lot, and that kind of annoyed me a little bit. Sorry if that annoys you. See? I think you guys are breaking your own hearts a lot more than you should be. I think it's time, I literally want to say with the Ace of Swords, cut it out. Cut it out, Virgo. We have 3 swords, and you add a sword. That's the 4 of Swords. Instead of getting into that mindset of, I don't have enough, woe is me, what am I going to do, what am I going to do, get into a 4 of Swords state of mind. Cut ties with the idea of the way you think things are supposed to go and look at them in a different way in quiet meditation. I think things are going to become very, very clear on how you've been hurt in the past and how you're no longer going to allow yourself to feel that way. I think towards the middle and end of December, you're going to recognize that you are cutting out people, places, things, pick an element, feelings, thought processes that put you in a lack mentality. And with the sun's energy, there is a sense of prosperity. There's a sense of healing. There's a sense of knowing. And there could be a sense of oh, look at that. I thought there was only 1 card that came out, but there's 2. So we have the World with the 6 of Cups on the sun. If something has come back from your past, or you're feeling a bit nostalgic, there's a sense of renewal here. There's a sense of recognition. I feel like this is nostalgia for you. I feel like there's a sense of recognition that you have come full circle. That you have recognized the abundance that you have created for yourself and you have created for your family. And you are allowing the energy to heal you, to complete that healing process. That World card speaks volumes with the sun. because it's almost like you've had to get to December 2018 to complete the cycle. And it's all the junk from the past that was pulled up through Venus retrograde and Mercury retrograde. And now you can breathe. And I want you to feel, instead of getting into this sword state of mind, I want you to feel the abundance and the balance that's here for you. That literally is right in front of you, but you can't see it if you still think you're lacking in some way. So what is Temperance? Yeah. So you could have a Gemini also in your life, but we have the Lovers on Temperance. There is a relationship or a feeling, because there's a feeling that balances you out, a relationship that balances you out. Could be a Gemini that balances you out. I want to say that because you have recognized where you have been and now where you want to go or where you're going and how you're coming full circle, coming out of the Page of Pentacles and feeling more like the Empress because somebody recognizes you for who you truly are. And it doesn't, again, if you're not in a romantic relationship and you're a Virgo that's just like fine being on their own, that's cool, right? I don't judge. I was on my own for years. But realizing what kind of relationship you now want, I think Virgo is really focused. The future for Virgo is so focused on the stability of home life and the stability of relationships and looking back into the past and feeling that sense of nostalgia. Now, if there's a soulmate that's come back, could be a Leo, could be a Sagittarius, could be a Gemini, Taurus or Libra, Pisces or Cancer. If there's a relationship that's come back from the past, this is going to feel very comfortable. And I think when Virgo gets comfortable in a relationship or the beginnings of a relationship and they start to settle into it, they can slip back into a mentality of, is this real? Is this real, or is it going to be like all of the others? And I want to say it's not going to be like all of the others. It's not going to be a situation that you have to constantly think about. If somebody's coming back from the past, I feel like they're showing up different. Either you're closing a cycle out from the past and somebody new is coming in, or you have closed this cycle out in the past and now you know the energy that you want to come in, that you want to start coming in, moving forward. Now we have the King of Swords and the Four of Pentacles on the Four of Wands. If there's an air sign, could be, again, a Gemini, or someone who has Gemini-like qualities. I don't feel like the Four of Pentacles is bad in this way. I feel like the reason why you're holding on, it's like you're trying to ground into the knowing that this is what you wanted. Even if it's showing up in a very strange way, even if it's showing up in a way that you didn't even realize it would show up, or didn't realize it would come to fruition, like, for example, you let go of somebody in your past and you were like, nope, I'm moving forward, I'm moving on. And then months later or however long time goes by, and they come back in and they're like, no, but I really do want to give you everything that you desired in the past and now I'm ready. You're going to be very discerning about that because you don't want to go backwards. You don't want to go back into that sense of lack. And I think that's kind of where your illusion is coming from, is you're afraid to be vulnerable. You're afraid to open yourself up to any possibility that could come back, right? Because you don't want to be in that state anymore. Let's see what's on the bottom of the deck. So I do feel like you are realizing with this King of Swords, again, it doesn't have to be, it could be air sign, sun, moon, rising. But you're realizing that this is what has made you grounded and stable all this time. And maybe you didn't realize that before. Maybe there were, whatever situation has had to happen. It feels like a growth period between two individuals that needed to grow on their own and then come back together. But Virgo's tendency to think the worst sometimes, be very pessimistic. Now, I'm not throwing shade at you. Let's be honest with each other. I can be honest with you guys because that's what we do, right? You have tendency to get pessimistic. You have a tendency to think the worst. Expect the worst, but hope for the best. Hope for the best, but expect the worst. I think we talked about this in November too. So, Queen of Wands, Page of Wands, Judgment, Ten of Wands. The messages coming from a Sagittarius or a Leo are opening your eyes in a lot of ways that it's almost like you want to drown yourself in work instead of hearing the Sagittarius out or hearing the fire sign out, the Queen of Wands out. Judgment is a call to action, but it's also very karmic. And Virgos do have a tendency to get very still. Page of Pentacles, Nine of Swords, and Knight of Swords. When we are hearing things that we don't necessarily want to hear from people, we have a tendency to bury ourselves in work and start to move a little bit slower because we don't want to be a part of the chaos gives us anxiety, right? The Knight of Swords and the Nine of Swords. The chaos will give us anxiety, so we pull away and we bury ourselves in what we do best, which is work. And I want to say that whatever messages this Queen of Wands is bringing to you, albeit they may be karmic, or it may be, again, something coming up from the past that's very, karmic related. Get back to your happy place down here. I mean, the Sun, the World, the Six of Cups, the Temperance, the Lovers, Four of Wands. Two of Wands, Justice, Seven of Wands, Five of Wands. If it's a fire sign that's coming into your life and getting you all sorts of discombobulated again, it is up to you to make the decision, Two of Wands and Justice, to remain balanced. Because I feel like, again, there's some kind of karmic activity that is playing out towards the end of December that needs to complete, because Justice is all about karma as well. Yes, it's the Libra card, so it could be a Libra. You need to make a decision about a Libra, but I also feel like this is a decision about balancing your scales, especially if you're a Virgo that's close to Libra season. that's on the cusp of Libra season. You want to not be... So we talked about in November how there's this person that's going to kind of show up and throw things off for you. There's going to be like this moment that kind of makes you feel like you're discombobulated, like chaos again. The Seven of Wands, the Five of Wands, and the Seven of Swords. I want you to... I mean, this looks like somebody comes back from the past, tells you they've changed, but they really haven't. Or this looks like whatever this karmic retribution, this karmic balancing out is, they're coming into your life to make you feel diminished in the Page of Pentacles. And like I said, we do that perfectly fine on our own. We don't need to have other people come into our life and diminish us in any other way. So if people are trying to do this to you or making you do, putting you in a situation that makes you feel very, very, very uncomfortable and anxiety ridden and, oh my God, I can't deal with all of these messages coming to me. Right? It's almost like Mercury goes direct and bam, everybody starts like messing with the Virgo, butting heads with the Virgo. This is that final purge. Page of Swords. I like to call the Page of Swords trimming the fat. This is the person that trims the fat. It's time to trim all the fat of 2018. Let it go, Virgo. You don't need this crap. You have opportunities of love. Knight of Cups. Page of Cups. Opportunities of love. Three of Pentacles. Teamwork, possibly with a Cancer. Chariot and the Queen of Cups. Cancer. So when the chaos fills your life, fills your mind, when people decide to come back from your past, the ones that broke your heart, the ones that made you feel like you were less than who you truly are, when the reality of what you truly have in your future looks so much brighter than what you had in your past, when that comes to light, when you recognize that. Four of Swords, Nine of Wands, Eight of Pentacles. Get into Virgo mode. Recognize that you are persevering. You're working really, really hard towards your goals. You're getting everything that you desire and you want. And I want you to feel in it. Because like I said, there will be people that are going to try to knock Virgo off course. And it feels very karmic. It feels like they almost, it's almost like they think, they have a right to do that. It's almost like they feel like they have a right to you in some way, or a right to the way that you live, or a right to the way that you think, or a right to the way that you're doing life. It doesn't even have to be a big thing. It could just be somebody who you've recognized is lying to you and creating chaos in your life. You've been trying to avoid it for so long, or you've been trying to avoid it for a certain amount of time, and now it's rushing in so quickly that you can't avoid it anymore. And I think that even like working through it, I don't even know if that'll be enough. I don't even know if that'll be enough. But I do want to say that December energy is all about recognizing the feelings that you have, recognizing the directions you want to go in a very feeling way. Recognizing that this Chariot is not an illusion. The illusion was the feeling of lack. Okay? All right, guys. That was a lot of information for December, but I'm only doing one reading for December. I don't know if I said that already. So I hope you guys have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Have a beautiful Christmas. If you celebrate Christmas. If you don't celebrate Christmas, just have happy holidays. I know people hate it when people say happy holidays, but yeah, it's all encompassing. I love you all so, so much. You are my soul family. I am so grateful. And take very good care of yourselves. Beautiful things coming up for 2019. I already know that 2019 is going to be a wonderful year for us. Yes, we'll always have bumps in the road, but, you know, the self-sabotaging Virgo, you can't just not have bumps in the road. Just remember to keep yourself open to all the possibilities. Yeah, yeah. I love you guys, and I think that's it. No announcements. I'll see you for 2019 readings. Bye.